Hey folks, hope you're all well. I'm just about to get the Naked Ninja started up and get out on it for the first time properly outside the industrial estate. So I've got the new tyre on and I've strapped this on the back, little thigh bag that Mr. Revbomb sent me many months back. As a laugh maybe, I wasn't quite sure. Now I knew. The guy knows what's going to happen in the future. I think he's got one of them teleport machines, aka a GTR 1400 Gen 1. Cheers again for that, RB. So I'll catch up with you while I'm out now. Having a look down at the left side of the bars to see where the switch is. Honda has screwed me over with their reverse layout. On the Hondas, the horn is above the indicators. Oh, brilliant. Last time I was out I got gritted on when it was travelling in the opposite direction, and this time it looks like I'm following them. Already I'm hating these mirrors, and the bar end ones I bought are too big to fit over these RNG bar ends. Although these were the easiest bar end sliders I've ever fitted so far. They honestly took 5 minutes. And when I think back to how long it took me to change the bar end weights on bar end sliders on the Honda CB500F, I'm sure it was 3 or 4 hours, multiple attempts to get the old weights out the actual handlebars, but I got there. So I don't know if there's any bigger diameter bar end mirrors available. They all seem to be 7/8 to an inch. Yeah, liking this. Crikey. Oh, nearly tooted the horn, nearly. So, scrubbing in tyres now in March, or sorry, tyre. I just took this wheel up to, or I figured out how to take the wheel off. So I took it off I took it off myself, and I took it up to Girders Motorcycles in Coatbridge, and Big Sid swapped my tyres over for me in about 5 minutes. So brilliant service. So I said to him I'll take this back to him when I'm needing a back one. This is a Maxxis that's on the back, and it's not a brand I'd actually heard of, but Another couple of the lads have told me they've heard of them and they're actually alright. I'd never heard of Metzeler tyres before I started riding, and the first bike I had, the MT125, it had a pair of them on it, and it turns out they're a favourite of many of the Metzlers in various tread patterns. So it's my birthday weekend. We're on Friday now, and my birthday is this Sunday, the 5th of March. So that'll be me 45. 45, can't believe it. My hair's been going grey since the minute I hit 18, so I'm not really vain, I'm afraid. My name's McLean, not vain, not McVain. Despite my missus being a hairdresser and offering to dye my hair many times throughout the years, I have always declined. Go old gracefully. I'm all for women getting lots of surgery, but so if my missus decides to go full boob conversion, I'm all for that, as long as I don't need to pay for it. So before I forget, in fact, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. I've not spoke about this because I've not been out, but this blew my mind. Blew my mind. Helmets. They wear helmets when they're doing like 2-foot underground challenges when they've got a lid shut on them. They wear a helmet. Skydiving, tandem, don't wear a helmet. They don't wear a feckin' helmet. Skydiving. Unbelievable. Oh, there we go, that was it. That was all. So what else have I been up to? Bike shopping. That's what I was doing. Online bike shopping. Going to garages to check out bikes. Going to private sales and checking out bikes. Riding bikes. There was a big, huge array of bikes I was looking at before I bought this. But it all started with bored glancing through eBay. There's a ZZR 1200 in blue. I think it had about 57,000 miles on it. It was £1,500. So I messaged the guy back and forth. I actually ended up doing a data check on it, checking its history, make sure it was straight, not stolen, no outstanding finance and all that. Then the guy decided he would change his mind and he wasn't going to sell it anymore, and he was just going to fit new brakes to it and keep it. So that didn't happen. Possibly a good thing. I can't remember what I moved directly onto that after that. I maybe held off a few weeks. Then I think I was looking at Honda CBR 600Fs around 1999, 2000, that sort of model. generation. I went and seen one, and the guy kept it in his grand's kitchen. And it was just a bit too modified. It had race suspension and various other bits and bobs on it, and I don't even know anything about that sort of stuff. So I walked away, and the guy said to me before I went away, he thought it was a wee bit too much of a bike for me, since I'd only been riding the 47 horsepower CB 500F. So I just sort of agreed with him. I did sort of agree with him. But I thought, you can't really judge my riding capabilities. So I went into Honda in Glasgow. They had a 2003 model CBR 600F, and I went in, looked at a few bikes. In fact, as always in there, sat on loads as always in there, and I thought, I'm going to take this out for a test ride. So I did, and the guy was right, it was too quick for me. I just didn't want a bike as quick as that at this point in time. I think what else I went and test rode. Honda Hornet 2001. It was like £800 or something, and it was lovely. But all the paint had started flaking off the engine, and I thought, nah, I can't be bothered with all that. I'll just leave it be. So I went away from that. I went and looked at a lovely little Kawasaki ZR7, I'm sure it was, in silver. And the guy had done quite a bit of work to it himself. He'd even changed the fork seals and put fresh oil in the forks. And then he openly told me, yeah, I even painted the brakes. And I thought, you painted the brakes? And I don't just mean the calipers, I mean the discs. This guy had painted the discs with silver hammerite paint and was proud of it. So I didn't test ride that, in fact. And at that point I thought, wait a minute, I need to up my budget a little bit. So I went from looking at bikes that were £1,000 or thereabouts, £1,200, to then holding off a few weeks while still looking, saving up another few £100, and upping the price in the searches for bikes. VFR 750s, I was looking at them, similar sort of edges to Lockwood's, and VFR 800s like Richie Vida's, I was looking at them also. I stumbled across a black Triumph Speed 4, which is something I didn't know existed, because Triumph are renowned for their triples. So this was a 4-cylinder 650, I think it was, 600 maybe, something like that. It was about 100 horsepower, I'm sure it was about 600 in fact. And it was beautiful, and it's still for sale just now on Facebook Marketplace. You message the dude and he just reads your messages and doesn't answer you. So I gave up on him. But then I read up quite a bit on them, and fuel injection issues seems to be a problem with them. I'd also looked at a Honda Blackbird. It was £1,500 as well, 50,000 miles. I think it was about 2001 in white. It was beautiful. Then I stumbled across a few Suzuki Bandit 650s, and they're like, or Bandit 650 SEs, sorry. And I thought, do I want something with a bit of fairing on it? That might be pretty handy if I'm doing a bit of touring and that. But then I stumbled across a naked version of it, and I thought, oh, I far prefer that. So that was one of my final shortlist bikes. It was a 2008 model with 28,000 on it, I'm sure. So never got that obviously because I bought this. Yeah, you got the side stand far quicker that time. So yeah, I like her. I like her. I've not been down here for months actually. But no, it's a nice day. It's very dull, overcast. But it's around 8 degrees. And that'll do me nicely. So time for a quick smoke break.